Thanks for joining us here on the Bearcat Sports Network, and we're pleased to be joined today by the newest member of the McKendree University coaching staff, Craig Buntenbach, who will take the reins of the brand new McKendree women's hockey program. First of all, Coach, congratulations on the appointment and welcome to the McKendree family.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Coach Buntenbach spent the last couple of years building the women's hockey program at Lindenwood University, Belleville, overseeing both men's and women's programs. Why don't you talk about a little bit about that experience in building that program from the ground up?
It was a great experience. Kind of a dream came true for me. I've been coaching since the mid-'90s, about 20 years now. During that time, though, I was still what I call had a real job. I was in the avionics and the software. Moved back to the area about 3 years ago. Saw that I found out about the new campus in Belleville. Contacted their administration, kind of put the bug in their ear, and we put together. It took a while, but we got the program approved, hockey program approved. I took on the role as hockey director and women's coach, and I built the program from scratch. So it was basically kind of a dream come true. A big departure from 32 years in one profession. Making a jump like that was certainly a risk, but it was a very, it panned out very well for me. Built a heck of a program over there. It wasn't so much about me, it's about bringing in the right people. I had two outstanding coaches on my side. Both played NCAA hockey, and I hired a local gentleman, very well known in St. Louis, played for 5 NHL teams as the men's coach, and he did a fantastic job recruiting exceptional talent from the minor junior leagues up in Canada, and therefore, we had two outstanding teams. The men's team was number 1 in ACHA D2 all year long. Women's team ended up number 14 in the ACHA. Both had, like I said, stellar records and great experiences for the players.
You mentioned success right off the bat at Lindenwood Belleville with both programs, particularly the women's program that you coached. 21 victories, a couple of postseason victories on the way to the conference semifinals, and I'm sure you're ready to hit the ground running here, ready to duplicate those results here at McKendree.
Oh, absolutely. We had an exceptional team. The girls were awesome. They totally blew away my expectations. I was just hoping to be a 500 team, especially a brand new team. I only had really about 8 months to recruit, so I had to definitely hit the ground running. Coming here in McKendree, I've learned what works and what doesn't in recruiting. And now here at McKendree, I've got a whole year, and I intend to have a roster that's even better than what I had at Lindenwood. Good thing about women's hockey, ACHA Division I. You're eligible for the national tournament your very first year, and I believe if I bring in the right girls, bring in the right assistant coaching staff, I see no reason why we can't be a serious competitor for to go to nationals. This is our very first year.
And then obviously not your first experience coaching women. You've also coached some select girls teams, some other programs, female athletes. Talk about the explosion of this sport really in the last several years. Women's hockey really coming to the forefront, especially in the St. Louis region, and how it's become so popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Your first question about select teams. When I lived out east, I took a team to, it's called Hockey Night in Boston. Took them there 3 years in a row. It's about a 4-day tournament in August. Put together a team there. They did fairly well. I continue to coach one of the coaches for the USA Hockey Central District's women's girls high school showcase team. I know it's kind of a mouthful. That's a team of high school, basically juniors and seniors from the Central District of USA Hockey, which is like Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri. We take them to Pittsburgh in April, and they compete against other USA Hockey district teams. I've done that for the past 3 years. And then following your second question about the explosion, there certainly has been an absolute growth in girls hockey, especially at the I see it more at the AAA Tier 1 levels. There's a big push to develop those teams. In St. Louis, the growth has been there. The St. Louis Cyclones are doing a great job. Getting girls involved through Learn to Plays, getting girls. We have the AAA St. Louis Lady Blues organization for those girls who want to play AAA. We have the Midwest Mustangs team, kind of on this. It's a combination of Illinois, Missouri girls, and then recently we have the Dunn sisters, Jinsey and Jessica, who Jinsey is now pretty much she's been on the cover of USA Hockey magazine already. She's an exceptional player from St. Louis, so yeah, it's definitely really helped develop the growth of hockey here in St. Louis. Kind of definitely helped put us on the map.
You're a local product. Grew up in Alton, went to Alton High School. Collegiately, you were at SIU Carbondale, so you're obviously familiar with the talent in the area. I'm sure you'll be recruiting the local players, the local standouts, but in listening to you talk as well, it sounds like you're going to have a nice national, international recruiting base to pick from as well.
Absolutely. Though there has definitely been growth in the area, you have to turn over every stone and find the talent. My last job at Lindenwood, we did have 4 local girls. I went as far as New Zealand to recruit a goalie. This year there was about 13 girls from Canada. 4 from Wisconsin, a couple from Michigan, a couple from Minnesota. So I'm going to be going wherever it takes to find the right talent. I'm not always after the best players, the top tier 1 AAA players, because every college in the nation wants those girls. I'm looking for those girls who are kind of the diamonds in the rough, or the ones that don't get the looks for whatever reasons. Not all girls can afford to pay the money it takes to play at those higher levels. Those are the girls that deserve a chance, a spot to play college hockey. They're still exceptional players, and a lot of times, because they've been overlooked, they got that extra heart and that desire and that drive to prove people wrong. And those are the kind of girls that I'm looking for.
And I'm sure that having a brand new facility like the McKendree Metro Recplex will certainly help in those recruiting efforts. A sparkling facility that's slated for construction here soon, and that your program will move into when your next season begins, which will be 2015-16.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only am I fortunate to work for a great institution like McKendree, not many coaches could walk into a brand new facility, especially one like that. Even though we're going to be ACHA Division I, we're still going to provide, this time around, provide an NCAA experience. I know I have coaches that played at that level before, so I know what those teams offer, and I know what we're going to be able to offer. And except for maybe the level of play, they're going to get the same experience. Their own dedicated ice rink, dedicated locker rooms. Just all the amenities that go along with playing at an NCAA level, and that rink's going to help provide it. Absolutely.
And just to correct myself, your first season will be 2016-17, that academic year, which your first season will commence.
Correct. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
Coach, where do you envision this program 5 years down the road? Obviously, it's a process that's starting from scratch. You're building from ground zero. Talk about what you envision for this McKendree hockey program.
Well, I guess 2 things. Maybe not only maybe grow the program in the term of the number of teams. There's 2 levels of women's hockey: ACHA Division I, Division II. Maybe add a second team eventually. For example, Liberty University out in Virginia, they have 3 men's teams, D1, D2, D3, and 2 women's teams. But they have an excellent facility. They're able to do that. That's what we're going to have here. So maybe we add a second women's team in 3 or 4 years. Second of all, I would like to see the growth eventually, maybe 10 years down the road, to eventually move to an NCAA Division I team, just like Lindenwood St. Charles did. They played ACHA for 10 years, made the transition to NCAA Division I. And with the facility we're going to have, I can see that being a long-term objective.
Well, Coach, certainly an ambitious goal, and I'm sure that with your hard work, McKendree University women's hockey program will certainly achieve those visions. Coach, once again, congratulations. Thanks for joining us, and good luck as you dig in here at McKendree.
All right, absolutely. Thanks, Scott.
Don't forget, you can follow all the happenings of McKendree athletics and follow all our programs online at mckbearcats.com. Also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter with the handle @MCKBearcats.